it is a problem for them. And what do? They end up calling those who went to vocational institution. We have people who have money and they have the papers, PhDs, they have masters in something, degree in something, but they cannot even build. So you have to go to somebody who has gone to vocational training institute, who did maybe building and construction work. So you see how world is really very, very, very funny. We have the president of the Republic of Uganda, but he cannot be his own mechanic and also a driver at the same time, and that's why State House has a number of people who are working for the president. And this is also something that we need to look at when we are talking about the education in this country, and also speaking to the learners in as far as career guidance is really concerned. We should not only be telling these learners to go through the single path of education, but they should also be able to try other options. You never know, they can also progress well that direction. So to the parents, let us not sometimes force our children to do some of these things that we want them to do, yet they are not interested to do. A child might not be interested to join secondary school, but they might be interested to branch off from that is P7 to go to vocational institutions. So these kind of talks should also be given to learners, and I want to appreciate in a special way the State Minister for Primary Education, Honorable Dr. Kadushe Moriko Joyce, for giving this particular proposal. I do not know whether it will be accepted by Parliament of the Republic of this country, that we should be able to have the National Career Day that should be used for giving career talks to our learners who are in different learning institutions that we have in this country. A week ago, I was able to go to one of the primary schools that we have here in a rural city, and I was able also to spend around 5 of my minutes to talk to the P7 pupils of that particular school, to tell them that, look here, you can become somebody if you're determined, and it's all about determination, self-determination. Your parents cannot determine on your behalf, but it's you to determine for how your life should be. So it's good that you're in school, and if you can maintain being in school, and being in school does not mean that you're supposed only to be in secondary school or university. You can as well do other courses that can support you in life, because we need each other in life. So we are we have been given to live a life so that we are able to support one another. So here I am at Westtnile Television, trying also to do what God has called me to do. So I can also not be I can also be a teacher, but I have to stick what God has given me here. And here I am not different from those who are teaching in classes, because they are also giving the same message and giving you what you need to know. My work is to give information that should help you inform decisions each and every time that you are really living your life. So Gadushu, while reading that is Ms. Museveni's speech, said a lot of lies are being peddled by the proponents of homosexuality, and she cautioned the students and learners to really be very careful at this particular point in time, where we have the proponents of homosexuality trying to move around. They are taking advantage of some of the schools that we have to recruit those who can really join in as far as the Homosexuality Act is concerned. So it's something that I felt it is important that all of us, we have to join hands together to see how we can get rid of this uncultured and behavior manner that we are witnessing in our country, Uganda. Let's go for a break, and when we come back, we shall be able to give you more information that you need to know this morning. My name is Dennis Oringi. Good morning.
Westtnile TV, lighting up the region.
Family is not an important thing. It's everything. All family members, children of all ages, ladies in the house, and the big boys. Star Times gives your family a complete TV entertainment, reliable signals everywhere in the country, standby customer care services, most affordable and convenient subscription. Star Times, big on global, more local channel, most affordable. Star Times is with you no matter the situation.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
You're still watching Westnile Television. My name is Denis Oringi and this is Kokoliriko Show. Allow me to continue giving you more information right this morning. Lango urged to join climate change fight. That's according to engineer Dr. Moses Michael Odongo Okunem, who has really urged the subjects to make sure that they are able also to plant more trees at this particular time. So yesterday, Dr. Moses Michael Odongo Okunem, in his statement, said trees should be planted in all suitable that is sites in a Morata, in a Leptong, in a Pash, in Dogolo, in Kole, in Kwanya, Lera, Oture, Oyam, at the onset of this rainy season. So all of us, we know that it is a rainy season, and the engineer Dr. Moses Michael Odongo Kune, who is the paramount chief of Lao, is calling upon his subjects to embrace this start of the rainy season, to see that you know, we plant more trees, because he has really witnessed that the trees are to the extent at this particular time. So people are cutting down trees and they are not planting. We are using charcoal, and we have forgotten that the charcoal that we are using at our homes, this charcoal is made out of the trees that were standing before them being cut. So what are we doing now to replace those trees that we have used as charcoal? This is something that calls for what we call soul searching and self-seeking behavior that we have to think about. We have forgotten that if we destroy these natural trees, they cannot really, come back to their position as they were before them being cut. So what are we doing as members of the public? I think this should not only be to the Langi who are in the districts of that is Amolata, Leptong, Apache, Dogolo, Kwania, Lera, Oture, and Oyam. It should really go out to all the Ugandans. And these also, I would love to urge the people in the district of Pakwash, Nebi, and Zombo, Madio Kolo. If you are to drive from a rural city up to Pakwash, you will be disappointed with the manner in which people are really managing the environment. Very soon we shall get to the desert. We have been hearing about the Sahel Desert, the Sahara Desert in the north part of this Africa, but very soon we shall also have, I do not know which name will be given to it, Westnile Desert, because if you are to leave that is a rural city as you're driving towards that is Olepi, Ofaka, as you drive to Nebi, let me tell you, the trees that used to stand tall along the way as you're driving through, the trees are no longer there. And where are the trees? And how many have been planted to replace those trees that have been cut down? Leave Nebi town, drive through that is Agwok, Nyaravur, get to Alui, up to Pakwash. And if you're at Nyaravur, you're able even to see how River Nile flows northward. And we have failed to ask ourselves a question, that who destroyed the environment? And it is the same us who have destroyed the environment. In the destruction of the environment, we have those that are at the primary level of destruction, and those that are at the secondary level of the destruction, and there are those that are at the tertiary level of destruction right there. Those who are at the primary level, these are people who are living in those areas, and they cut down these trees for the reason best known by them. Somebody would say that Westnile is the second poorest in this country, Uganda. So people have decided to cut down trees to also get something so that they are able to, live a life that is worthy living. But that should not be the only option for our lives to continue. We have to think that without cutting these trees, we can still live a life. Our forefathers were able to live a life even without cutting the trees. They left these trees for us, knowing that these trees should support us in our lives. But it's quite unfortunate that we have forgotten about all this, and we are developing what we call the semi-arid now. It's good that we are receiving rainfall, but in some parts of this region, West Nile, some of them have never seen even a drop of rain, simply because their environment cannot support rain formation and the receiving of the rain. So it is us to think about this, because it is a very serious matter. We can convert this by planting more trees. And I know National Forestry Authority with the regional headquarters right here in Arua, there are seedlings that have been grown. Can we try to give out these seedlings? As a person, you can even visit NFA offices and you request for the seedlings, for tree seedlings, and make sure that you go back and plant on those pieces of land that you do have, more especially where destruction have taken place. And 10 years from now, trust me, you will be smiling. Ask those who are planting trees. They will tell you the magic, and they will tell you the reason why they continue to plant more trees, because there is money there and their environment is always conducive and fresh. So we can as well, adopt what they are doing. So let us take this seriously, and according to the engineer Dr. Odongo Kune, he says that if people embarked on a massive tree planting, we shall be able to avert climate change disasters like the recent incident that occurred in southern Africa, in the countries of Madagascar, Malawi, Mozambique, in what may be the longest lasting what we call the tropical cyclone on record. Now the cyclone Freddy, as we all know, how it destroyed the countries that are on the southern part of this particular continent, Africa. So the cyclone Freddy, which developed over the Indian Ocean more than a month ago, has dissipated this week after making a landfall a second time in southern Africa. The death toll had exceeded that is 400 across Madagascar, Mozambique and Malawi by last week, with more than 700 people injured, 40 missing, and 80,000 people displaced in as far as this climate change of the cyclone Freddy is concerned in the southern part of Africa. So it should be our concern as a country called Uganda. Sometimes we do celebrate, but we have also witnessed the destruction caused by heavy downpours and also the windy climatic condition, where we have the mass landslides taking place in the area of Bududa, Manafa, Mbale, and also talking about the glaciation taking place at the other side of the Rwenzori area, where we had one of the rivers bursting its bank and covering places which have been inhabited by the people. So we have lost lives and we have lost properties in as far as climate change is concerned, where we register floods. Just last year here in Arua City, people thought that River Enyao cannot burst its bank, and you all witnessed what happened here in Arua, where people's houses were really swept by the floods. So we are all prone to this disaster, and it is us to wake up. And we are good at crying foul and also requesting government to come to our aid, yet we are the people who are destroying the environment. Before you call on the government to come and support you, what did you do as a person? You know very well that you have constructed on a wetland, and you are adamantly living on the wetland. You don't want to move, and you have been told. And some people, if you are to go around the bank of River Nyao here in Arua City, you will find that the demarcation marks that have been put, the demarcation marks carve them inside the wetland, and they continue to live in the wetland after they have even been told. And these are the same people who will begin crying when they are affected by floods. So before we begin crying to the government for support, we should first cry within ourselves and also do what we call soul searching, that what I am doing, is it right or it is wrong? So if it is wrong, what are you doing? You have to move away from that catchment area right there. Those living in Westnile sub-county in Pakwash district, you know very well that if it rains heavily, River Ora burst its bank and it affects those who are living in Ojigu. We have had cases where people's houses have been submerged by floods. We had cases where people's gardens covered with the floods and they cannot pick anything from their garden. So if you witness this, what comes in your mind? I think what should come into your mind is protecting the environment and conserving the environment. In the past, when trees used to cover all the sides of a river Ora that is in Westnile, Ojigu, I have to tell you that we could not hear this issue of floods and other stuff, affecting the people right there. So currently, if you're to go to that area where the Uganda government prison is, you will really see how people have really destroyed the trees, destroyed the environment completely, and sometimes also government need to be implicated for destruction of environment, because where the government prison is located, it used to be a forest reserve. For your information, trees were there all over. I can remember in 2003, 2004, when I happened to visit that area, we used to have baboons, and if you're alone, you cannot even cross. Excuse me, you cannot even cross. And so I have to tell you that it is something that is so serious. We know of places that we used not even to access in the past because of the vegetation cover. But what is happening right now, you cannot now trace the track of the trees that were there by that time. So these are things that we should be able to think about each and every time. I know of that is a Jai Game Reserve that is almost to the extinction. And what are we doing? We know that that is the only game reserve that we have in this region. Mount K Game Reserve, Central Forest Reserve is also at the level of extinction. People are cutting down trees. They are seriously, there are tracts that are leaving Mount K with logs and bags of shaku, and we care less because we always put it on the back of our mind that we are not the one who planted the trees. So these trees were handed down to us by God, who gave us the opportunity to be in these areas where these trees are. So very soon, Ajay Game Reserve also will go to its extinction. But we do appreciate very much the wardens who are really taking care of that game reserve right there. And because of the guns that the locals are seeing around there, that's why if you are to travel to Pawar, you will pass through some national trees that will give you a very nice look, and also nice environment, and also the feeling as well. So dear viewer, let's go for a break, and when we come back, we shall be able to give you more information this morning. This is Kokoliriko live on Westtnile Television. My name is Denis Oringi. Good morning.
Family is not an important thing. It's everything. All family members, children of all ages, ladies in the house, and the big boys. StarTimes gives your family a complete TV entertainment, reliable signals everywhere in the country, standby customer care services, most affordable and convenient subscription. StarTimes, big on global, more local channel, most affordable. StarTimes is with you no matter the situation. Family is not an important thing. It's everything. All family members, children of all ages, ladies in the house, and the big boys. StarTimes gives your family a complete TV entertainment, reliable signals everywhere in the country, standby customer care services, most affordable and convenient subscription. StarTimes, big on global, more local channel, most affordable. StarTimes is with you no matter the situation. Family is not an important thing. It's everything. All family members, children of all ages, ladies in the house, and the big boys. Star Times gives your family a complete TV entertainment, reliable signals everywhere in the country, standby customer care services, most affordable and convenient subscription. Star Times, big on global, more local channel, most affordable. Star Times is with you no matter the situation.
Westtnile TV.
Oringi, and I'm here to give you more information this morning. All right, dear viewer, yesterday Parliament of the Republic of Uganda was full with the members of Parliament. I think over 400 members of Parliament were in attendance yesterday, and I have to tell you that it was a nice moment. I love the fact that the parliamentary proceeding was able to enter in the night, because members of Parliament were supposed to vote either against or they should vote for homosexuality to continue here in our country, Uganda. And it was a nice moment, listening to the debate from members of Parliament. Some people were proposing that those who are involved in the act should be in prison for life, and others, the legal minds, were coming through to say, when you say life imprisonment, you can even imprison somebody for 1 year and the person dies in prison. That is also life imprisonment. So they wanted the proposer of the motion to really come out with the definite number of years that somebody is supposed to spend in prison, and termed as life imprisonment. So they were saying that if you're talking about life imprisonment, without putting a specific number of years that this person is supposed to spend in prison, makes no sense. So I think sometimes I always say, now people who are blessed in this world, you just go and sit and you make noise and you get money. And you don't eat little amount of money. But for me, I will talk for 1 hour. The money will not be the same with what the members of Parliament are getting. That those who have never talked, by the way, on the floor of Parliament, this is something that I need to tell you. And yesterday, they had to go because they know that at the end of the day, they're going to sign for something. There's that allowance that they will even be able to sign. But at last, Parliament was able to pass the homosexuality bill 2023. So we are waiting whether the President of the Republic of Uganda will be able to assent to the bill that has been passed by Parliament of the Republic of Uganda to become law. Remember, there are some amendments that were really made, and I have to tell you that the mover of this particular bill is not other than the Member of Parliament for Bujiri Municipality, Asman Basalirwa. And before he could really proceed with the reading, the first reading, the second reading, or the third reading of the homosexuality bill, the Speaker of Parliament was able to instruct the legal committee of Parliament of the Republic of Uganda to sit and also scrutinize the bill, and also come out with some of the proposals, and also omit some of the issues in the bill that could not be right. And yesterday, the chairperson of the Parliamentary Legal Committee was able also to present what their findings were in as far as the homosexuality bill is concerned, and also Honorable Asman Basalirwa, who is the Member of Parliament for Bujiri Municipality, and he is the mover of this particular bill. He was able also to consent and also accept some of the proposals and also amendments that were made in his proposal in the bill that he read before Parliament of the Republic of Uganda. And it was time also for the members of Parliament, I mean the general members of Parliament, to also make in their submission in as far as the findings of the legal committee, the Parliamentary Legal Committee is concerned, and they were able to make some few adjustments here and there. And those who are in favor say hi, and those who are not in favor say so you will hear the buzzing in the House of Parliament of the Republic of Uganda. Hi, so meaning that they have accepted. So the majority takes it, and that is the rule of the game at Parliament of the Republic of Uganda. For something to be passed, just a matter of people making noise, and when you hear them buzzing morning, then you have to know that something has been accepted by Parliament of the Republic of Uganda. And then later on, the Speaker of Parliament of the Republic of Uganda was able to give them the platform where each member of Parliament was able to not to make a statement, just to say something in regard to that, in terms of either saying yes or no, agree or I disagree with this. So at the end of it all, the majority were able to say the anti-homosexuality bill be passed, and President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni waits to sign the bill. Whether to sign or not to sign, he has the prerogative, or the mandate to not to assent to the bill, or to throw it back to the Parliament, or he takes it back to the Attorney General for further scrutiny. I remember the Attorney General is advised, advises the President in as far as legal issues are really concerned. So I believe the Attorney General was represented by the Deputy Kafunzi right there. So I believe that what the Deputy Attorney General has agreed on will also be agreed by the President of the Republic of Uganda. Let us wait for the President to make this decision over that matter of the homosexuality bill. Remember, it is already a bill and it is not yet a law, meaning that it will become a law if the President of the Republic of Uganda assigns to it. If he doesn't, then it will really take the members of Parliament back to the drawing board, more especially the legal committee, to do more scrutiny into the bill to see what to be changed, how should it be, more especially when it comes to charges to be put on those who will be found guilty in as far as practicing of homosexuality, promotion of homosexuality, and recruiting young ones to be homosexuals. So this is something that I felt it is important. I love what the member of Parliament, the woman member of Parliament for Tororo, that is none other than Farah Pendi, proposed. That she says that those who will be got recruiting minors to join homosexuality, those should be castrated. That life imprisonment is not enough, so they have to be castrated, and that is according to the woman member of Parliament for Tororo, Sarah Upendi. She says that those men should be castrated, and that is what she said. Exactly. I don't want to, to dilute what she said yesterday on the floor of Parliament, and that life imprisonment is not enough. Those men should be castrated. So if a woman is the one involved in recruiting girls and minors in lesbianism, what should be done to that woman? So some members of Parliament were saying it should be mutilated as well. So if men are castrated, then what about women? I believe that what we have in this bill is something that favors also those people who are being accused to be homosexuals, and also it favors the wananchi who are against the homosexuality. But by and large, I think it's not a good practice that we should tolerate in our society. As Denis Oringi, this is my personal opinion. We all know that we have men and women, and God did say it well that a man will leave his father's home, or a woman, a lady or a girl will leave her parents' home and will get a companion. So where are we? The companion here is a man and a woman. It's not a man and a man. So me as Denis Oringi, that is total rubbish, and I cannot tolerate. And I expect the members of Parliament not to drag the discussion so long. It is something that does not need even debate. I do not know why we even wasted time. The members of Parliament wasted their time to debate this particular matter. It is known that something to do with homosexuality is not tolerated in African traditional society. It is uncultured, for your information. And why should we dance to the tune of some people who are not even Africans? That is to me. Somebody might say that I'm really racist this morning, but this is not being racist. This is being to the point, because we know very well that we were brought up. We are human beings, we are members of parliament, we are persons that are being seen simply because a man and a woman met. You understand? The sexual intercourse took place. I have to be open here. And I want to see a man who will be able to marry a man, whether they will produce. I want to see that child. How will the child look like? It is something that I'm waiting to see. Don't you think that this is something that some people are promoting so that they reduce the number of persons in this world? The young children who are in school, they become disoriented about sexuality, about sex, so that they know that, for me to have a sex, I'm supposed to have it with a fellow man. If for me to have a sex, I'm supposed to have it with a fellow woman. And this kind of disorientation, of our learners, it is something that we have to reject. And I do not know why we always continue to pass a bill, come out with some laws that tends to be, lenient, with those that are promoting this issue here in our country, Uganda. I thought all of us, we would really speak one language to see that we are able to guard against this kind of practices in our country, Uganda. And for my people in Alur Kingdom, Alur sub-region, please let us not allow this. For your information, somebody was arrested was arrested on Monday in Paida for practicing lesbianism. And I am still digging more about this particular information. And if that is happening in Paida, the people who are in Paida, please open up your eyes. Let us not tolerate such nonsense in our society. That is a total nonsense, because even our culture does not allow that. We have a very organized cultural institution. That is Alur Kingdom. And we know what Alur culture demands of us, the subject. You understand? We always talk about Ken. Ken pa jal moko mo chitu kanyom jal wade moko de joshi di ngombalur. Umba. Kai shi di Ken Pajalwedu, Ishika Nyomo Jalwedu, and then Eshanum with Yungo, and Wokweto Labeni, Wabi Yungonia Makobeduka Betimere. Let us join our hands together to fight this particular vice. It is going to kill us, by the way, for your information. Your child is in nursery. Your child is in P1. Your child is in P2. And remember, most of the time, this child is with the teachers, is in the school, and you have less time, and you do not know what happens to this child when the child is in school, with the issue of boarding schools that we always talk about. Please, let us really open our eyes. There are people who have money, and they will use their money to promote this nonsense in our society. And let us disregard their money. We have not been eating their money. We have been eating. Even before they came out with their money for promoting homosexuality, we have been living a life. You understand? For me, I can live a life without somebody's money giving me that I should really be able to promote something that I know it is a total nonsense in the society. And my people, I have to tell you this. I am not a politician, but I'm telling you what you have to know, and you have to disregard, and you have not to tolerate. And if you have heard about it, please, there I will agree with you. Do what it takes. Report such cases, and let the person be handled well by police. All right, dear viewer, away from that, it is a done deal for Parliament in as far as passing the homosexuality bill is concerned. We are waiting for the President of the Republic of Uganda to assent to this particular bill right there for you. All right, dear viewer, before we get to that is more story this morning, let me tell you that you can as well join us this morning where government has been asked to tax the large tracts of privately owned idle land across the country in order to encourage its productive use. And we ask you this morning, is this a good proposal for the government of the Republic of Uganda to tax the idle land that we have? So if we are to tax the idle land, I think we shall make a lot of money. If you come to Westnile, government will make a lot of money. Come to northern Uganda in particular, we have large chunk of land that is idle in northern Uganda. Come to Westnile, even my grandfather's land is idle. A big chunk of my grandfather's land is idle, and I think we need to think about this seriously because I know if nothing is done to the land, then we shall be paying taxes to the government in as far as keeping that land is concerned. So we are asking you this morning, government has been asked to tax the large tracts of privately owned idle land across the country in order to encourage its productive use and also to increase the tax base of the country. So what is your take in regard to this? Let us hear from you as we look forward to concluding today's show right here on Westtnile Television. For those who have their comments on YouTube, please drop them there. I will be able to sample for you the comments. Let's go for a break, and I will be coming back to look into the comments that we have received here on Westtnile Television, Kokoliriko Show. Good morning.
In up the region. Westtnile TV, lighting up the region.
Family is not an important thing. It's everything. All family members, children of all ages, ladies in the house, and the big boys. StarTimes gives your family a complete TV entertainment, reliable signals everywhere in the country, standby customer care services, most affordable and convenient subscription. StarTimes, big on global, more local channel, most affordable. StarTimes is with you no matter the situation.
Westtnile TV, lighting up the region. Westtnile TV, lighting up the region.
All right, we'll be back. We do apologize for that, and it is time that I sample for you the comments that we have received from YouTube right here on this particular matter, where we ask you, government has been asked to tax the large tracts of privately owned idle land across the country in order to encourage its productive use. Is this a good proposal? Drop your comments, and those who are dropping their comments, we are going to read the comments right there. And you have to know that the Director of Social Economic Monitoring and Research in the Office of the President, Vincent Tumusimwe, says the tax is among several proposals, including that is a cap on how much public land individuals can own. To make land ownership more equitable, management more transparent, and transaction less corrupt, which should be considered to increase revenue for the country. So those who have dropped their comments, it's time that we are reading your comments. We have this gentleman is saying Awusa from Nansana, Kampala. That is the best option, because these lands are idle. In case this law is imposed, the land is productive. That positively impact. That is impact on. I do not know what he has really ended with. We also continue to receive more right here. Thank you very much, Awusa from Nansana, Kampala, for the comments that you have really dropped right there. If we do have more, we can also sample as well, and we see what we can really do as we move towards the close of this show right this morning. It's 22 minutes past the hour of 8 a.m. right here. We also, I think, Awusa continues to say that impact on the GDP of the country through what we call the revenue generation, and for him, he is in support of the government taxing the large tracts of of privately owned idle land across the country. That is in order to encourage what we call the productive use. So he felt that he feels that this land is not being put into productive use, so there is need for government to tax those who own large tracts of land, and this will increase the gross domestic products of our country in terms of revenue mobilization right there. So that is something that you need to know. So dear viewer, also you need to know that this morning a group of journalists will be trained by the Office of the Auditor General on how to report about the Auditor General report that at the end of every financial year is released. And remember, the Office of the Auditor General is charged with the responsibility of auditing all government ministries, departments and agencies, including the local governments that we have in this country, Uganda. For your information, Uganda as a country makes a lot of money. It is important that as members of the public and also the taxpayers, we should be able to understand how this money that government of the Republic of Uganda is mobilizing and allocating for service delivery is being used by those that are charged with the responsibility of using the money, more especially those that are at different ministries, departments and agencies of government and also local governments that we have in this country, Uganda. How is your district performing in as far as service delivery is concerned? These and more Westnile Television will be unearthing for you, and you will be able to get to understand how much money your district is misusing in as far as the money that the central government sends to these districts are really concerned. So we are happy and privileged that some members from Westnile Television have been picked to be part of this training, and we shall be able to use the knowledge to bring to your attention what you need to know about your district local government, about your sub-county, about the ministries that we have in this country, about the departments and agencies that are here in our country, Uganda, and using taxpayers' money to run their affairs. Dear viewer, 5 minutes to the top of to 8:30 a.m. here on Westtnile Television. My name is Denis Oringi. Thank you very much for being with us, and we continue to be for you, and you also continue to be with us. And don't forget other programs will be following suit of Business Bank. Today is Wednesday with Maurice Eriko, as he will be able to give you what is happening in the world of business, the forex rate, flashing on your screen later on, and then also the commodity prices for the local commodities that are being sold in the different markets that we have here in Arua City and also across, and what is somebody doing in order to prosper in as far as business is really concerned. You too can be part of that program, the Business Bank, by also writing to us if you want us also to cover you wherever you are in the business that you're doing. And don't forget, later on we shall be able to have the Northern Request Hour with the production team giving you what you need to enjoy as you keep dropping in your request for the songs that you want to watch and listen to and also dance to during the program, the Northern Request Hour right there. 1 to 2, MC Sarge will be coming through with the Street Talk, and then 2 to 3, the Whistle Time with Fudribo Owen, Lady Susie and also Benson, as they will be analyzing for you what is happening in the world of sport. And also don't forget, from 3 to 5, we shall be able to give you the movie that you want to enjoy for your afternoon after eating your lunch, and you will be resting. You need to rest with nice movie that Westnile Television will be able to bring to your attention as well. And don't forget, at exactly 5 p.m, DJ Mosh, Asan the Big Brother, Fifi Afi will be coming through with the program Shuku Shuku live here, as they will be mixing it for you and giving you what is happening in the world of entertainment, the gossip news that you need to know, and also the artists, how they are also performing. All right, we have also a comment from Geriga from Marasha. He says, let government give those idle land to poor people who do not have land. I mean, right there. So Geriga, thank you very much for your comment. We do appreciate you, and it is a comment from YouTube, and those who are catching us live from YouTube, you too can also do the same. Before I get out of the studio, I need to make sure that I sample all your comments right there. We thank you, we do appreciate you, those who have been able to follow us on YouTube and those who have been able to follow us on your big screen. We thank you, we do appreciate you very, very much. 7 p.m. Christine Okumuringa comes through with the Nilecast, our news program right there, and then 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. MC Apina Kavako 99, as he will be cracking your ribs right there as he takes you to rest in your bed. And we dedicate the auto music video play for those who will be working in the night, so that you have a cultivating night for you and you don't sleep more, especially the brothers and sisters who are, security guards who always work in the night. We dedicate that time for you, and those who are working in different hotels, guest houses, who stay awake till morning. We shall not also forget you by giving you what is convenient for you to enjoy always. And then I will be bouncing back tomorrow for the Thursday edition of the program, Kokoliriko Show, right here on Westtnile Television. My name is Denis Oringi. Thank you very much. You can as well follow my personal social media pages. You can go to Twitter, just type Denis Oringi. You'll get Oringi Francis 11 right there. That is the Twitter handle, and then we shall be able to continue with the conversations around issues that we do have in this region, and also in our country, Uganda. And you can as well follow me on Facebook, that is Oringi Denis, and we shall be able to continue with the conversations around there that we always bring to your attention. Thank you very much. Have the best of your morning. And I big up to my producer, that is producer Aldo, for making the show a colorful one up to this particular time that I am getting out of the studio. Thank you. Have the best of your morning.
Westtnile TV.